Welcome to the online premiere of Talkin' Tiny, taped live at the Valley View Tiny House Company headquarters in Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, USA. Now let's get to Talkin' Tiny with your hosts, Jeff Loper and Greg Hanna.
Build it, they gonna come, they gonna come.
Hello and welcome to the premiere episode of Talkin' Tiny, a weekly show about tiny house building and living.
Woohoo!
My name is Jeff Loper.
I'm Greg Hanna.
And we're coming to you from the Valley View Tiny House Company workshop, which is located in Mount Juliet, Tennessee, just outside of Music City, Nashville.
Yeah.
And so this is a weekly show that's intended to inform and educate you on all things tiny houses in a fun way. It'll only be about 10 minutes long, so you can watch it when you have some spare time. Listen to it on your way to work or when you're using the potty. But,
I don't know about all that stuff. Okay, maybe. Once or twice.
You know what happens.
Wash your hands.
Anyway, so that's what this show is about. Greg, tell them a little bit about what we're going to talk about.
We staged our first episode of Everything Tiny right here at the front end of a build of the brand new tiny house model that we've got called the Yosemite. And so we're going to actually have our episodes in the, as we go along in stages of this build, so you guys can see what's going on and we can have a bunch of fun. While we're doing it, we come up with some great ideas. There may be some things that we haven't done in the past that we went, hey, wait a second, that might be neat to do it this way. So we're going to talk about tips and tricks while we build on this one, and hopefully you guys can use when you're building your tiny house, and of course insights into building anything tiny.
That's right. And so if we're not building, we're going to be talking about general observances that we see going on in the tiny house community, space-saving ideas that we may see, awesome craftsmanship, not just stuff that we have going on here, but the stuff that we see elsewhere, how-tos, and product reviews. So there's tons of great products out there that people are seeing and they think would be perfect for tiny houses, and stuff that we see that we think would be perfect for tiny houses. And so we want to review those from time to time and let you know about what's working well and what isn't. And then we get to a fun part in our show, and the part where we get to hear from you, and that is our Tiny Questions, Big Answers part of the show. While we'll be doing a lot of the talking here on this video show, we also want to get you involved with your questions about tiny house building and living. And so we invite you to ask your questions right here on our website at valleyviewtinyhouses.com or on our Facebook page,
The old FB.
facebook.com/valleyviewtinyhouses, or right here on our YouTube channel. So right now we have, as Greg said, we have a build going on. We are building the brand new Yosemite model. And there's a couple of things that are really awesome about this house. First of all, it's a brand new design for us. We just launched it about a month and a half ago. This one is being built for a lady by the name of Annie. She lives down in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and she's going to be taking it all the way to San Diego, California.
All right.
To take care of her great aunt. It's a great story. Really happy for her and what she has going on there with that. But the other thing that's awesome about this house, not only is it a new design, but it is on a new trailer that we have custom designed, the Valley View Tiny House Company trailer. And so we'll have it on our website soon, so you can get it for your tiny house. And so it is custom made and designed by us. It has bolts running around the perimeter, flanges that stick out from the side to support your house all the way to the edges, so you can maximize the width of your tiny house. And then it also has 17 bolts running down the center of the house as well to firmly attach it to the trailer. And then lastly, it has an awesome heavy-duty jack right here that makes it easy for you to level your tiny house. A lot of times the trailers come with jacks that just aren't sufficient enough, and they're really hard to crank up and down, and tiny houses can get really heavy. So
yeah, and the best part, is the fact that we've got our own customized trailer now. So if someone out there decides they want to build a Valley View home and grab themselves basically the blueprints to build one, it will actually this trailer is built exactly for it. So whatever the blueprints say, it'll sit right on this. All the bolts, everything lines up. So that kind of is, you know, a positive there. So we are in week 1, as Jeff said. You know, we're about a week and a couple days in, and you know, just to run you through a couple of quick steps. We backed the trailer in here. Got out the jack stands, made sure the bed was all nice and level, perfectly level actually on all corners, and started framing the floor. And so we actually framed the floor out on the beside the trailer, and made sure it was all square. Sat it up on the trailer. Oh, actually, before we did that, Jeff, sorry, I'm getting carried away here a little bit. We flashed the underside of it, and then we laid the rigid foam board insulation, 3 inches of it, in amongst all of the framing. Sealed all that off. Then we sat it up on the trailer, folks. I'm sorry. And once we got that up there and got everything all batted down, we put the floor on, and then it was time to build frame out the walls. So we did that alongside the trailer as well, and sat them up there and got everything all plumb and square. And you know, that's only probably a couple of days ago, and now we're starting to close it in.
So as you can see, we have 3 sides closed in. We let the front open so you can see down the center, and you can see one of the important learnings in building your tiny house is you want to make sure that the walls are good and square. It makes everything, not only does it make your house straight, but it makes things a lot easier as you're putting things together inside the house and everything, as long as, you know, things are all lining up perfectly. And so squareness is essential. And you can see the cross bracing that we have. If you look really down in there, you can see the cross bracing. That cross bracing will stay in until we have it fully enclosed.
Right.
And so as soon as we have the front put on and the roof on, then we'll be able to take that bracing down and get it out of the house and out of our way, so we can start working on stuff on the inside as well.
Sure.
So now we come to the fun part of our show. We have 2 things that we're going to do every week. One is our quote of the week. And
it's the fun stuff.
And so, Greg, what is our quote of the week this week?
Measure twice, cut 3 times only.
3 times? Isn't it cut once? That actually came out.
I won't burn Jeff
week.
on this one, but I actually came up with that saying when Jeff made a couple of bad cuts. But that's okay.
It didn't happen. So,
but in all honesty, kids, measure twice, cut once.
That's right.
And you know, I know everybody shakes their heads and laughs and says, "Oh yeah, we've been told that since we were a little one." Well, it's true. A, saves materials, and B, most of all, saves the dinero.
That's right. So now it's time for our Tiny Questions, Big Answers segment, where we want to hear from you. So please go to our website at valleyviewtinyhouses.com, click on that Contact tab, and send us an email. Let us know the questions you have about tiny house building or tiny houses in general, or ask us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/valleyviewtinyhouses, or right here on our YouTube channel. So that's all for this episode.
Ask us anything.
Ask us anything. That's all for this episode. We thank you for watching.
Yeah,
Don't forget to subscribe. Just click on that subscribe button down here, and we appreciate it, and we'll see you next time on the next show.
Yeah, we're excited, and we want you to be excited. So let's get tiny.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.
See you soon.
If you build it, they gonna come.